It may never be known what first awakened the cold legions of the Necron from their vast burial vaults in the southern coast of Kaurava III. Archives suggest that Imperial Guard survey crews may have been dispatched to coastal Imossa several months before the conflict. Others point to the strange and unknown influence of the warp storm, which could somehow have roused the deathless Necrons from their slumber. Out of the dry Imossan sands, an ancient complex emerged. Part burial ground, part power plant, part staging ground. As builder scarabs removed sands and restored structures to power, its clean-cut, symmetrical, and lifeless form emerged. It pulsed with the green glow of the strange power which fuels the Necrons. Vast reserves of it. Enough to drive an endless stream of monoliths and Necron soldiers. Anyone foolish enough to assail this unearthed necropolis would do well to heed that flow of energy. It is the source of the Necrons' power, and if unchecked, there is little limit to what strength Necrons could marshal against their foes.
So, they come. Awake. I give you energy. Drink of it, and awake. They shall meet their ends. They shall join the army of death.
Archon, we flew above this foul city. At the 4 cardinal points we scribed 4 monoliths. They seemed, Lord, to draw power from the center. Why not?
If it is as I fear, these fortresses are being restored to fullness. If they were to reach this state, they will be fearsome foes. We must do all that we can to halt their progress.
Engines running!
There is much terror to bring.
We now hold this point! Engines running!
The spoils of war shall be ours.
No! Not the whip! I will do it.
Reaper deathlight! Engines running!
There is much terror to bring. Coward, feel my blade. Warriors, listen to me. There are 4 points just outside the central Necron base. It is through these that the outer monoliths are being powered. If we are to halt the restoration of the monoliths, we must take these points!
We lurk in shadow.
Nothing can outrun me! Reaver jetlight, fastest instrument of pain!
Archon, I have discovered the secret of these teleportation tricks. They hail from one point, a summoning core nestled behind the necropolis. Destroy it, and that grievance shall trouble us no more. Feel my blade! I am the last victim. Spill that insides on the ground.
Reaver jetlight, fastest instrument of pain!
I am ready. I will
Reaver jetlight, fastest instrument of pain! Reaver jetlight, fastest instrument of pain! Nothing can outrun me!
I thirst for violence.
The point is
I
ours!
thirst for violence.
Take it back.
Your life ends here.
No! Not the whip! It is done!
Reaver jetlight, fastest instrument of pain!
I long to shed blood.
Warrior squad, ready to kill! Outrun me! Engines running! Reaver jetlight! Reaver jetlight! Go! Engines running! Reaver jetlight! Fastest pain! They die this day. We are Hellions, lords of flying
Engines running! My engine roars. I am but a speck in the distance.
Where should we strike? What will you? We live thrill.
Petty Necron outposts flank our camp to the
There is
south
much
and
terror to
northwest.
bring.
Shall we guard our base, or crush these pests?
They cower.
Strike!
Go! Cry out!
I am ready.
Reaper get ready. Instrument of pain.
What will? Warrior squad, ready to kill!
Engines running!
To arms! Stable!
No! Not the whip!
Nothing can outrun me.
We thirst for battle! Death from above!
God, remove him! My playthings break so easily.
Engines running!
Go! Go! Death from above! Them, no problem.
Nothing can outrun me.
I am the last thing they will see.
We now hold this point! Where shall we strike? To arms!
Reaper get like fastest instrument of pain.
I feast on misery!
Reaper get like fast Raider grab pain. Letting the
I am the last thing
kill. Reaper get my fast.
Bringer of death!
Engines running!
Horse ready!
Feel my blade!
Reaper get bite.
We still ready! What now?
Nothing can outrun me. Is it time to loot and kill?
I am ready.
Death only after great pain.
Instrument of pain.
Get power.
Is it time to loot and kill?
Sound of suffering.
We ride! The engine! Breathe! Reaver get fight! At the ready! Draw the battle! Engine! All blast! Reaver jet fight! Fastest instrument Skyboards! Dispatch! Jetlight! Fastest instrument of pain!
Ready to strike!
It's time for
Free kill! We land!
Nothing outrun me!
Where do we strike? Swiftly!
Power slipping. Enter the spiders.
Archon, the monoliths are gaining power. We must not tarry.
We rise! Formation! It is time to loot and kill! Fight and mayhem! Nothing can outrun me!
Coward!
The engine! Reaver Deathlight!
There is mischief to be done! We are valiant, lords of flight and mayhem! We are losing ground!
Sound of suffering.
We are scourges. Dark vultures of the
With speed to arms! Yes? Yes? Where should we strike?
Where?
What now?
We are Fang Lightning!
What will
Mine is the right to lead. We will I thirst. There is much terror to bring. When do we fight? There is much terror to bring.
What now?
We will join.
We are ready.
I long to shed blood. I thirst.
Where shall we strike?
I thirst.
I have sought Warhammer and seen such things. Die!
I long to shed blood.
We stand ready.
We rise.
What to do? Where shall we strike?
Death.
Is ours. Drink again. Grow.
Wrestling ground. Where shall we strike? Where shall we strike? We must fight! The enemy is too terrible! Ready! Run out! We thirst! We are ready!
There is much terror to bring.
We must fight! Death is too terrible!
The sound of wings. Your demise.
When do we fight? Cower, you dogs! Strike!
I am ready.
I thirst. I long to shed blood. I thirst for violence.
We rise, remember. We blood.
I thirst for violence. Where are they? Your life ends here.
The earth does not deserve to touch my feet.
Your life ends here. Cower, you dogs.
We are witches. My skill is high.
Our prey shall cower in fear.
We rally!
Go. When do we fight? Let us strike! Death. Death is not terror.
None have strength.
I stand ready. I stand ready. Death. Feel my blade. I thirst for violence. When do we fight?
Show me a worthy foe.
I am the last The spoils of war shall be ours. There is much terror to bring. Yes. I thirst. The spoils of war shall be ours. Let them fear our blades. Cower, you dogs.
You must break.
There is much terror to bring. Death. Death is I thirst. When do we fight?
Show me a worthy foe.
When do we spill their insides on the ground?
It recalls my days in the
Spill their insides on the ground. I long to shed blood.
My sparring partners never last long.
I long to
Embrace
swiftly.
death. You cannot escape it.
None have grace.
We stand ready!
Yes. I go. Necrons.
When do we fight?
The point is ours!
I thirst for violence. Death is my meat, terror my blood.
He's planted. Oh. Where? Oh.
Death is my meat, terror. You will know pain. Strike!
We rise in the
There is much terror to bring.
to the sun.
That monolith is one step closer to complete. We must halt its growth. I thirst for violence.
Yes.
Yes.
I am ready.
I
Where?
thirst. I stand ready. I long to shed blood. There is much terror to bring. There is much terror to bring.
Planted.
You will know pain. You will know pain. There is much terror to bring. No death. There is much terror to bring. Feel my blade. I thirst. I thirst.
I'm ready. I go.
I thirst for violence. Strike.
My skill is peerless.
There is much terror to bring.
Sweet sound of suffering. I will make them scream. My amazing
I thirst.
It is not strategic to remain here. Let's fight it once more.
will make them scream.
It is not strategic to remain here. Show me a worthy foe.
I will do it. I will do it.
When do we fight?
The earth does not deserve to touch my feet.
It is taken.
When do we fight?
For this, I am trained.
The spoils of war shall be ours. There is much terror to bring. Stand ready. I am the last I long There is much terror to bring. Spill their insides on the ground. I long to forget.
Bloody death!
My playthings.
Terror.
Fear me.
I thirst. Your life ends here. Terror. shed blood. There is much terror to bring.
We shall be the dark wings of destiny.
The sweet sound of suffering.
I thirst.
Is ours.
I thirst. There is much terror to bring.
It recalls my days in the Eldar.
I feel my blade.
I long to shed blood. I thirst for violence. When do we fight?
He's planted.
When do we fight? Death is my meat.
Fear me. Say farewell.
There is much terror to bring.
Feel my blade.
We are your nightmare. We will feast on their beating hearts.
I thirst for violence. I stand ready.
Skin them.
When do we fight?
Gut them. Yes. Bloody murder. Carve them. By the time they scream, it's too late.
Heavy armor, heavy lances. Heavy armor with great speed.
Bloody murder.
There is much terror to brave deeds. Your life ends here.
We shall be the dark wings of discord.
The nature of a man.
I fear me. Farewell to life.
They shall not pierce this eye. They shall not pierce this eye. Heavy armor, heavy lance.
Suffering! Make them scream!
You will know pain.
Upon the wind, upon the wind.
Your life ends here.
It is not strategic to remain armed with killings.
When do we fight?
Oh, taking metal guns.
When do we fight?
Not cannot last.
Death. I long to shed blood. There is much terror to bring.
The nature of a man.
Cannot last.
I thirst Let us strike! Ah! I thirst for violence. Their cries grant us life. I thirst for violence.
We hunger to make the earth does not deserve to touch my feet.
When do we fight? Strike swiftly!
Not stand for last. Ravager stand ready. Heavy armor, great speed.
I long to shed blood. Yes?
Upon the wind,
There is much terror to bring.
I have soared
I
off
thirst.
and seen such things.
I thirst for violence.
Shall not have it. Great deceiver, lead them to their deaths.
I shall not die.
When do we fight?
Ravager stand.
Their cries grant us life. There is much terror to bring.
Upon the wind, the earth does not deserve to touch my feet.
What will
When do we fight? There is much terror to bring. Death is ultimate terror. Death is death only after great pain.
Who shall taste my blood?
Death is mine.
what now?
Ravager stand ready.
I am dancing. Death is in
Feel my blade!
Yes?
I must find firmer ground.
Heavy armor, heavy left.
Who shall taste my fight once more? My skill is pure. I am desperate.
There is much terror to bring.
shall taste my fire.
Die!
My
Fear us!
fires never last long. None have grace. My skill is furious.
Our footing is firm again!
There is much terror to bring. When do we fight? When do we fight? When do we fight? Death is my gift. Terror. When do we fight?
Yes? Blind them! We stand ready!
I thirst. There is much terror to bring. I am the last victim. I long to shed blood. Death. No death. Coward. Dogs.
Heavy armor, heavy lance. Right.
No death! Upon the wind, we hunger.
Heavy armor, heavy lance.
Who shall taste my fire?
Right.
Your death is an
Heavy armor clad.
Strike! Aim is unknown to me.
to me?
Yes?
I thirst. I long to shed blood. I long to shed blood. Strike!
Right.
I thirst. Strike swiftly! I long to shed blood.
Ready to fight once more.
Stand ready!
Heavy armor, heavy lances.
Fear me.
I thirst for violence. Strike! Agony.
Although it was in a different age that they parted ways with their craft world relatives, the Dark Eldar had not forgotten the dark and bloody wars between their ancient kindred and the Necrons. The fiendish machines made poor victims of Dark Eldar piracy. They were always armed, and although their frames did encase souls, those were feeble and sour, and could not be tortured before reaping. Defeating the Necrons was a necessary and grim task. Although they took less joy in the endeavor, the Dark Eldar fought with no less ferocity. They danced and fired before their deathless foes with vicious abandon. The Necron legions could not stop them, and neither could the threat of the great monoliths. Not even the appearance of the Great Deceiver, summoned into corporeal form, could avert the Dark Eldar's victory. Alas, no celebrations followed. They took no slaves and pillaged no goods. Their duty done, Taril's forces fled the place in search of foes who could bleed and plead and cry out in pain.